So there I was, about to fish another day away, hoping to catch anything that would be worthwhile of my time. Sadly though, the only things that I was able to catch were broken dreams, a really wholesome picture of John Marston, and Grand Theft Auto 6. To be honest with you, I was pretty sick and tired of fishing all day just to catch nothing but disappointments, so I came up with a plan. You may be wondering what my plan was. Well, to keep it short with you, I decided to become a pirate. The reason why I chose to become a pirate is because 1, I'm a fisherman by day and a skinny dipper by night, so I'm already well acquainted with the water, and 2, I don't really have any other way to make money due to my very long and kind of tedious criminal record. If you know, you know, and if you don't, then make sure to watch my previous videos. Will I be able to become a pirate in Red Dead Redemption 2? Let's find out. If I'm gonna be a pirate in Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm gonna need to look like one, so I bought some clothes. Now, I know what you're all thinking right now. CJ, why do you look like a 45-year-old man who's going through a midlife crisis while simultaneously trying to stay hip with the kids? The reason why I looked like this is because I still needed to get the most crucial part of the outfit, aka the pirate hat. According to some random people on the internet, the pirate hat should be somewhere on this island, so I made my way over there. Once I got there, I found a pirate ship, which was really good news considering that I'm trying to find a pirate hat. I must say, the pirate hat and the 45-year-old man who's going through a midlife crisis while simultaneously trying to stay hip with the kids outfit go pretty well together. Before I could start my swashbuckling adventure, I still needed to acquire one more item, which was obviously the pirate sword. According to some other random people on the internet, the pirate sword should be somewhere on this little island, so I made my way over there. Once I found the pirate sword, I realized that it was more broken than my social life. It's a good thing that I love my social life. Now that I had the outfit, the weapon, and most importantly the swagger of a Western pirate, I could finally start my swashbuckling adventure. I'm pretty sure that most, if not all, pirates don't use horses for transportation, so I started looking for a more appropriate option. It may not look like much, but we all gotta start somewhere. After rowing my boat for a little while, I came across an even better boat, so I decided to steal it. The guy was nice enough to jump out of the boat, but I go by a no witnesses rule, so I immediately killed him. The guy must have had an alligator sidekick, because not even a couple seconds later, I got attacked by one. I quickly noticed that the not-so-friendly alligator knocked my hat off. I wouldn't be much of a pirate without it, so I went back into the danger zone to get it. The alligator must have gotten scared away by my sheer masculinity, because it didn't even try to attack me this time. When I say my sheer masculinity, I obviously mean my sheer disgusting musty rank, since I haven't been able to put on deodorant for the past 36 years. I'm quite literally the definition of toxic masculinity. Emphasis on toxic. A little while later, I came across an even better than the last even better boat, so I obviously decided to pillage it. All of the passengers jumped off the boat, so I started chasing after them like we were playing a friendly game of Woody and Daughter. If you were wondering what Woody and Daughter is, it's basically just cat and mouse, but instead of playing as the typical cat and mouse, you play as Woody Allen and his adopted daughter. As I was chasing after the NPCs, the same alligator that attacked me last time came back for revenge. It must have really hated my sheer masculinity. Once I respawned, I saw that my hat was missing, so I made my way over to the clothing store to see if they had it. Luckily enough, they had it stored in one of their changing rooms. I have no idea why it was stored in one of their changing rooms, but at the end of the day, who cares? I noticed that the owner had a pretty healthy amount of cash, so I decided to unleash my inner Robin Hood and steal it all. The only difference is that unlike Robin Hood, I will not be giving it back to the poor. In my world, the only people that should be in grasp of any sort of currency is me, myself, and I. The owner must have not agreed with my ideology since he immediately started running towards the police station. Like I said before, I go by a no witnesses rule, which means that the owner had to receive a free brain piercing. Brain piercings are typically very loud, so the cops were alerted not even a split second later. I eventually came across a near-perfect hiding spot, so I hid there. For about 15 seconds, because one of the cops noticed my bright red vest. It's always the stylish ones that go down first. A couple minutes of running for my dear life later, I found a pretty spacious boat, so I got into it and started rowing my boat until I was finally able to escape. Now, I know I just said that this boat was pretty spacious, but I saw an even, spacious boat, so I jumped onto it, killed the guy, looted him, and then started riding the boat to my heart's content. Just an average day in the life of a pirate. Or so I thought, because not even a couple seconds later, my boat sunk for absolutely no reason. To make this not so average day in the life of a pirate even worse, after swimming for a while, I got really tired and drowned in the dirty parasite-infested lake. Before I move on to the next part, if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. It would really help out the channel, let alone make me a very happy content creator. Anyways, with all of that out of the way, let's get back to the video. Once I respawned, I felt very demotivated. It almost felt like I'd never be able to be the pirate that I've always wanted to be. That's when I remembered the wise words of some random protesters that I saw about a day ago. Stop giving our trees to the timber companies. I could feel the words resonating with me as the seconds ticked by. It almost felt like I was unstoppable, so I decided to start my swashbuckling adventure once more. Pillage after pillage, kill after kill, and even lasso after lasso, I conquered the entire dirty parasite-infested lake. There's only one more thing that I have to do until I officially become the greatest Western pirate to ever exist, which is to obviously find some treasure. The only issue with this is that I didn't have any treasure maps. According to the same random people on the internet from last time, there should be a treasure map at this location, so I made my way over there. When I got there, a surprisingly nice man came out of his house and asked what I wanted. Long story short, he met the same fate as the clothing store owner. Free brain piercings are cool and all, but do you guys want to know the cherry on top? A free haircut. It truly is an unbeatable combination. Ignoring my generosity, once I found the treasure map, I put my spectacles on and began my deep dive into the lore of this mysterious piece of paper. In reality, I just looked up the location on my phone, but the first scenario sounded better, so we're just gonna go with it. When I arrived at the location, I put my hand inside of this termite-infested tree trunk and was able to find another treasure map. According to the new treasure map, the next location should be somewhere around here, so I got on my unpaid intern of a horse and made my way over there. That was until some bounty hunters attacked me, which was totally uncalled for. I'm definitely going to be filing a lawsuit. To make this already bad situation even worse, after I was done putting X's and O's into the bounty hunters' heads, I noticed that my hat was missing. The amount of times that this has happened to me is almost shocking. The only difference between this time and the other times is that I wasn't able to find it. I may yet again look like a 45-year-old man who's going through a midlife crisis while simultaneously trying to stay hip with the kids, but don't be fooled. I'm still a pirate at heart. Ignoring the traumatic experience that I just had to go through, once I found the next treasure map, I inspected it and found out that the final destination on my miraculous treasure hunt should be somewhere over here. As I was heading over there, some inbred homeless man shot me, so I obviously started chasing after him. Well, it turns out that it was a trap. Not a very good one, since I was able to get out not even 5 seconds later, but I appreciate the effort. Anyways, once I arrived at the final location, I found this waterfall, and as you all know, I'm a very bi-curious, curious person, so I walked through it. To no one's surprise, a dark, damp, and pretty frightening cave was on the other side. A couple minutes of aimlessly walking around later, I came across a little campsite. I was able to find a large jewelry bag in one of the containers. I'd like to sincerely apologize to the owner of this campsite. I meant that in the most unsincere way possible. I had a feeling that this wasn't the only treasure in the cave, so I turned on my non-existent Treasure Tracker Pro goggles and started searching once more. My Treasure Tracker Pro goggles eventually led me to these rocks, which just so happened to have a mighty fine treasure behind them. Yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. That sounded very unenthusiastic, but trust me, I'm jumping with joy right now. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, and if you haven't already and you like my content, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.